Alright, welcome Aries. Today we're going to be doing a what is your next phase and advice from Spirit Guide reading. We're going to figure out kind of what your next steps in life are going to be, what you're being called to, what actions are needed, and impacts of your next phase, and even some specific advice from you from Spirit. So I already pre-soaked the deck and cleanse the space, so we go ahead and get started. Okay. What is Aries being called to next? Okay. Swords. Alright, Three of Swords, Two of Pentacles, and Two of Wands. Did I say Two of Swords? I meant Three of Swords. Okay. Okay. That goes in between. Alright, you kind of feel like you're being pulled. Like, so for some of you feel like there's going to be like a decision where you, or just like you're at a place in your life where where your road kind of splits off into two separate directions. And some of you are like pulled to either like it's an indecision for you, and it's causing a lot of inner turmoil for you because it's between choosing to focus on the people around you, your family, friends, and being a supportive figure in other people's lives, which I feel like you guys have been doing for a while, and that you almost feel like um, not forced to, but like you almost feel like, if I don't do this, no one else will, or if I don't take care of this, it will never get taken care of, or if I don't take care of this person, no one will take care of them. Or I have to be here, I have to do this, I have to support. And then the other split side of it, where you're being pulled to, is to focus on yourself and your own inner healing. And so I feel like right now you're really being called to focus on those two decisions and to really focus on what's going to be better serving for you. Because I feel like with the Two of Pentacles, the Ten of Pentacles, that with the way that you're feeling pulled to, and with the way you kind of forced yourself to have this responsibility, and though it seems like outside forces are kind of put you in a predicament to feel like you have to be there, it's really not, because in the background there's still supportive people. There's still going to be, it's like there's nothing without you present and without you there to support, is nothing bad's going to happen, in a sense. Like, and the situation isn't going to fall apart. um and I feel like a lot of it has to do with some inner triggers and some old wounds that have to do with like almost people pleasing tendencies that you have, that you want to serve, and you want to be wanted, and you want to prove your value to people, and prove that you are present, that you are there, and that you do love them. But the way you do go about that is very self-sacrificing, and it hasn't been the best. It hasn't been easy on you because of that. It has given you a lot of wounds. It has given you a lot of scars because of that. And so I see a lot of spirit right now is really wanting you to kind of focus on pretty much wants you to focus on the last past 5 years, and also focus on what you want your next 5 years to look like. And so if your next 5 years have looked like nothing like your past 5 years, then your kind of decision's already made about what path you need to go, which is to figure out and focus on yourself and your self healing, rather than continuously be the martyr for the situation and not focusing on yourself. Okay. All right. What does this next phase look like for Aries? What does this next phase look like for Aries? I have the Star card. Yeah. So next phase definitely looks like you pouring into yourself. It's you really taking that time to really like reconnect with yourself and reconnect with your values and your morals, and what you genuinely just really just finding yourself to be grounded again in your body. Because I feel like a lot of you have been going through this motion where you kind of feel like everything's been an outer body experience, where you haven't really been connected with yourself. You haven't really felt grounded. You haven't fully felt like inside of yourself. I feel like you guys are going to be going through experiences with very much of a detachment with it, because of just how much you have been pouring into others. You literally have nothing else in you. and you kind of like in order to like keep your sanity almost, you kind of had to like disassociate and just detach yourself and kind of let yourself be outside of your body, because if you were to focus on yourself and you were to ground yourself, you would have nothing to give other people, which is what your focus has always been these past for a while. um but yeah, spirit is very very much wanting you to focus and turn towards yourself, and to kind of, it's not saying you got to be all of a sudden selfish and everything like that. It's just more a sense you have been really it's almost like this way of serving others has almost been inadvertently punishing yourself. Okay. What actions are needed? What actions does Aries need to do to? Okay. Okay. Magician in the tower. Okay, so just let it happen. So a lot of it is like, okay, so I feel like when those of you who are aware of this pool, aware of this inner turmoil, aware of this inner choice that you have to make eventually, you guys have kind of been nervous about it. You guys have been a little bit apprehensive about it, and kind of like more curious. Okay, like not curious, but just more like, okay, like if this is what I have to do, then how do I go? How do I do this? Or like, I get what you're saying. Like I need to focus on myself, but like I literally can't because people need me. And it's like, how do I do this? And a spirit is very much saying with the musician, the tower card, to just let it happen. To not try to force any more actions, to not try to change the narrative, to not try to control anything, to just literally sit down and be still and let it happen. Because it is going to be a tower moment, and it is going to be a very it is going to cause a lot of feelings within you to bubble up. It's going to cause a lot of maybe even like repressed memories to bubble up as well. It's going to cause a lot of inner shifting and a lot of changing within you, and that moment can always be very scary. And so it's very understandable why you are kind of at this phase where you're like, you're trying to figure out the next step. You're trying to figure out how to go about this. You're questioning like if this is even the right choice. And spirit just wants you to let it happen, to trust that whatever is going to happen is going to be what's best for you, and that and even that comes to the decision of you separating yourself from family, or separating yourself from an emotional straining situation, it's going to be what's best for you. And even if the departure of like how the ending comes about may not be what you have envisioned, it's still in the long run good for you. Everything that's happening for you is, like I said, is happening for you, not to you. But yeah, take what resonates and leave the rest behind. But it's definitely just saying to be still and let it happen, and to not force anything to come your way when it's not ready. So as to say, if you guys did already make the decision, I'm going to focus on myself. I'm going to do this, and but you're almost, but it's still like your situation still hasn't changed with that decision you have made, consciously and subconsciously, and now you're feeling, maybe start feeling a little antsy of like, okay, like I want to focus on myself, but I don't have any space to focus on myself. Like the opportunity to focus on myself has not come yet. So was this really the right decision? I now feel more trapped or whatever, and just trust that it's going to come. And once you let go of that apprehension, and once you let go of that, like that feeling of just needing to know what's going to happen next, then stuff will start actually making like more sense to you. The ways of the next opportunities and the next steps become more apparent to you, just the same way how this next step of that feeling of where the two roads are pulling you have became very apparent to you. It wasn't like a big event. It was an inner knowing. You know what I mean? It was a very much of a silent realization of like, whoa, this is like I this is two diverging paths that I need to figure out which one I'm going to walk on. Okay. What is the impact of this next phase for Aries? What is the impact? What will be the impact of this next stage on Aries? What will be the oh, whoa. Okay. Knight of Pentacles, Queen of Swords. You're going to be embodying your full potential of Aries energy. I feel like a lot of you have like disconnected from that energy since childhood. I feel like a lot of you used to be very much more independent, a lot, like not saying you're not independent now, but like much more just like comfortable with being by yourself, comfortable with charging through the world, with just with only your bravery to carry you through. Um, and I feel like to a lot of you are gonna really regain your sense of self with that with your sense of power of self power. Um, because like I said, the energy of like the choices I've always felt like it really feels like you feel powerless. You feel like and it's like you wanting to like within yourself how much power you hold, but it's almost like you feel like you're being blocked from it. You're being like held back from reaching that well of inner power. But with this next phase, after you choosing to kind of more focus on yourself and to self heal and to pour into yourself and to let it happen, um, you're definitely gonna come out more with an easier way to track how to access that power within you. Because like I said, once you just let it go and once you just kind of stop with the and just let things happen to you and for you, it's and then how steps are going to become more apparent to you as you further let go of the control. It's in a sense of you letting go of the control is what is giving you power, is what is giving you that confidence because you're literally trusting the universe, and that is a big and brave step to do for anybody. But yeah, the impact of this choice of you leading yourself is going to be very, very, very it's maybe not be a change that other people are going to see very evident, but for you it's going to feel very, very much like a big shift inside of you. It's going to feel very monumental. It's going to make you feel like almost a rebirth and like a brand new person. But other people may not see it as that, and it might just see, oh, you look happier. They might make a small comment like, oh, you look happier, you look healthier. But and for them it's like maybe a small shift. They know something has changed, but they don't know the depth of it. But for you, it's going to feel very, very, very a powerful moment and a very emotional moment as well. Because like I said, this tower moment for you is very much it's going to be triggering. Like I said, triggering very much shadow work, ego death, um, self discovery, and karmic wounds that you have endured so far. Okay, what is something that needs to be understood? What is something Aries needs to understand about this phase? Okay, Nine of Wands, Two of Pentacles. Okay, so this is a cycle that's going to be kind of repetitive throughout your life. And so for some of you, like take what resonates, leave the rest behind. For some of you, if you're kind of like more in the older age or just more in later life, this is pushing you towards kind of the last kind of cycle of this karmic kind of like repetitive thing. But for a lot of you, this is going to cycle that's kind of that has been repeating and will continue repeating. It's almost like this is a cycle to continuously test if you're going to choose yourself to choose to heal yourself in these situations. You're always going to forever be put in situations where um, you're going to have to play that support role. You're going to have to play that role where you are someone of importance in a family dynamic or a leader in a workplace or something where it requires you to devote yourself and make you feel like um, it is completely and 100% your responsibility despite there being other people to help you. And this is going to be a continuously cycle of you having to learn how to um, unlock more of yourself and to still be able to learn how to manage your your self responsibilities as well as the responsibilities that you have agreed to have with others. Um, because it's a pattern that sometimes you have let your responsibilities to others outweigh your responsibilities to yourself. Um, so this is very much more of like a karmic lesson in this lifetime that's going to be repeating and keep repeating. But like I said, if the more you kind of fight against these lessons, the more like it's going to take longer and the more that it's going to be harder for each time these lessons wash to you. But as you gain more of your power and gain more of your confidence, this cycle is going to become very recognizable and very easy to manage and to maneuver through. And it's not going to feel like not every time of this cycle is going to feel like this. It's not always going to feel like a tired moment, but it is but it will be if you do not let it kind of happen. You do not learn your lessons of it, and you do not pour into yourself like the lesson is calling you to do so. But it's definitely part of your karmic cycle. It's this repetitive lesson. Okay, what is a message from spirit? Okay, they want to assure you, especially for those ones whose responsibilities are tied to family, They want to assure you that you choosing yourself is not going to harm your connections with the family that you have. So if you say if you are a mother and you have kind of been like a stay-at-home mom and you want to go back into your career, or you want to start a career or start your business, or just gain some part of independence and get back kind of your identity that's more than just wife or mother, um, it's not going, your relationship with your children isn't going to suffer because of that. It isn't going to be irreparably broken. The same way, if it is something to do with work and you wanting to step away from work, man or female, or whatever you are in between, um, it's not going to affect anything of you where it's going to be detrimental for you. And so that's what spirit really wants you to know, is that your decision to choose yourself is not going to be a decision where you have to choose. It's not one over the other, in a sense where you choose. If I choose myself, I'm gonna lose the people that I've been with. It's not a choice like that. It's more of a choice where, because the people that you are helping and the people that you have been supporting are going to be very supportive of your decision to choose this for yourself. And I feel like some of you, it's been something that your community has been wanting you to do for a while, and so it's your decision to kind of feed yourself and to regain that power. Isn't going to be met with negative or disapproval. If anything, you're going to be met with really great supportive energy from those around you. And so you do not worry about breaking the bonds, right, that you have built so far, because that will not be the case. But yeah, that's all I have for you for this reading. I hope you guys resonated. Please leave comments down below and let me know, because that one's better connect to your energy. Feel free to like and subscribe. I do offer personal readings, and I left the link down below in the description box. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you guys resonated. And I'll see you guys next time, okay? All right. Bye.